So I'm here and I just got robbed and the police are here and they're saying I have to leave. I have a contract, notarized contract. The people went in there and emptied out my apartment without me there, and the police are making me leave. So I'm on my way to the Fiscalia to tell them everything that happened. I showed them the notarized documents and they're making me leave. So all I can do is go to the Fiscalia. Okay, my phone's about to die, but I just rolled up and there's some guys right there with PEI, but I just got to the Fiscalia. I don't know what they're doing there, but we're about to see. Fiscalia, and I'm asking for help because I just got robbed and nobody's doing anything. It's weird. Like the police, I just got robbed. I have all my contracts. I'm at the Fiscalia telling them, and they're not doing anything. So I don't know. I'll just hang out till the morning, I guess. I don't know. It's just strange. It's like they knew, you know? It's like they knew this was gonna happen. Got robbed. All my stuff is at my apartment after being robbed. I'm at the Fiscalia trying to get help. This guy is supposed to be some kind of lawyer or something. He's not doing anything. I just don't get it. I got robbed. I have all my contracts from the notary and all my receipts that I paid all the money. It's simple. I need to get back into my apartment and they need to put the people in jail who robbed me. It's like, what are they doing? The police came and because I'm not Mexican, they made me leave. So now I'm here telling them what happened because the police were like, oh no, you gotta go, even though I had my contract and everything. And I don't know where all my stuff is, and they won't take me to go get my stuff. They won't restore my house to me, so I don't know what to do. Yo, I was gonna wait there till the morning with the supervisor. His name's Eric, and him and somebody else said I had to leave or they're gonna arrest me because they're not gonna help me till 10 o'clock in the morning. So I got robbed from my apartment. The police made me leave. Half my stuff is here, half my stuff's in the apartment, or maybe those guys have it, and I had a bunch of money in there too, and now I have to leave the Fiscalia instead of waiting here till 10 o'clock in the morning when there's an interpreter, because they won't file my report. I have all my notarized documents, and they won't help me. They're saying I have to leave, or they're gonna arrest me. So, I did what the police said. Buenas noches, you have a good night. So I did what the police said, and I left my house even though I didn't need to because I have these contracts, but they were gonna arrest me if I didn't. So, and I had to write all that stuff down on the paper because they said you have to. And then I came to the Fiscalia to tell them everything that's happening, and he is not helping me either. And the girl at the front, she said, her name's Jessica, and she said, sincerely, I don't think they're gonna do anything. That guy, Eric, he's over the whole Fiscalia, and I don't think they're gonna do anything. But she wouldn't tell me why. She said, I'm at work, I can't. But it's like, yo, why are they doing this? You know what I mean? I don't know. Did they pay Eric? I don't know. All right, I'm in Mexico. I'm just walking. I'm with the iPad because they dropped my phone in water, and my iPhone's not working now. I got robbed at my house. The police said, hey, we're not going to do anything and you have to leave. So I took most of my stuff in the Uber, and a lot of it is still at my apartment. And I guess those guys and the police shared everything. I don't know. Then I came to the Fiscalia with my stuff and I was like, hey, can I have, like, oh, we can't do anything until tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. And I was like, okay, I'll wait here till 10 in the morning. But it's like I have my notarized documents and everything I need to stay there. Why won't they let me stay in a place that I paid for? And they're like, no, we're not going to help you, but you can come back tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning. So I guess I'm just going to wait it out at this gas station all night because I don't have any of my stuff because I got robbed. They took all my stuff, and then I brought it to the Fiscalia to tell them I got robbed, and the police let them rob me. And because I'm not Mexican, they just made me leave. And I came here to the Fiscalia. They're like, oh, we can't help you until tomorrow morning. They're like, oh, but you can't stay here either. So now half my stuff is in my apartment that I'm paying for, that I have a notarized contract. Half my stuff is at the Fiscalia, and I'm at a gas station. Instead of them just doing the right thing and doing what's right and putting me back in my house, we're doing all this craziness. Why? You know, they're doing everything they can to arrest me. I'm at the gas station, and they're like, yo, if you don't leave the Fiscalia, we called immigration, we called the U.S. consulate, we're gonna arrest you. They told me, yo, if you don't let these guys rob you and just take all your stuff and leave, we're gonna arrest you. So I left my house, even though they robbed me, and I have all my notarized contracts. They dropped my phone in water. I'm on my iPad. I went to the Fiscalia, told them everything, unloaded some of my stuff there, And then this supervisor named Eric in a yellow shirt came out, and he said, I can't be there, they're gonna arrest me. So now I'm at that gas station, and I don't know what to do. Apparently I have some kind of appointment tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning, but the girl at the front, Jessica, said she really doesn't think they're going to do anything. So I don't know what happened. At first they were letting me put my stuff by the door at the Fiscalia, and all of a sudden they're like, no, he's gotta go. So it's like, I don't know if they got a phone call from somebody or what happened, I don't know. But for whatever reason, they're doing this, and I don't know why. At the gas station, got robbed from my own apartment by my landlord. Paid in full. For days, he's been trying to get me out for no reason. I signed for 2 years. I've been there like a little over a week, paid in full. Have all my notarized contracts and everything here in Yucatan. And for some reason, he's trying to break the contracts, and he went to my house, took all my stuff out. I was there while he was doing it. I went home and I showed up, and he was in the middle of robbing me. And I ran, my phone was dead, so I ran to this lady's house, used her phone, called the cops, went back, because I'm not Mexican. Even though I have all my notarized documents, all my receipts, everything I need, the cops made me leave. And half my stuff is still at the apartment. And then I went to the Fiscalia and told them everything that happened. They're like, oh, we can't help you. What? Yep, that's what Eric, the supervisor, said at the Fiscalia. And then he's like, look, you can come back at 10 in the morning, but if you stay here, we're going to arrest you. Wow. So I had to leave my apartment, and I couldn't stay there, even though I paid rent, and they're robbing me wrongly. I went to the Fiscalia, told them about it, and they're like, well, we're not gonna help you either. So now I'm at the gas station, nice little outdoor area, and I guess I'll wait here until 10 o'clock in the morning and walk across the street to the Fiscalia and see what's up. My iPhone turned on. I'm at a gas station, and this little outdoor patio, but it's like, it's just so interesting. Like, you can be on top of the world one day, and the next day everything can be taken from you. I just made a video. I was on the roof of my apartment in a rooftop pool. I have all my notarized contracts. I paid all my money. These people here in Mexico are corrupt and are doing something illegal. They moved me out of my apartment. They robbed me. I went home, robbed me blind, took all my stuff. The police let them do it. I ran to this lady's house, called the police. Because I'm not Mexican, I don't speak Spanish, the police were like, oh, well, we're just gonna let them. Like, what? So I went to the Fiscalia, and the police were trying to arrest me for no reason, but got to the Fiscalia, told them everything. They're like, well, we're not gonna help you either. I'm like, what? They're like, come back at 10 o'clock in the morning. And the girl at the front desk was like, yeah, I don't think they're gonna help you. It's corruption or whatever. I'm like, whoa. Because I have all these notarized copies in this Yucatan. So I'm hoping I get my place back. But anyway, the point is, look, right now I have nothing. Half my stuff's at the Fiscalia, half my stuff's at the apartment. I have my iPad, my phone, and nothing else. But look, just yesterday or 2 days ago, I was on a rooftop pool at my place, and now I'm here stripped of everything. It's like, you always gotta stay humble and know everything can be gone in an instant. And I've always had that mindset, and that's why I appreciate so much, because one day you can be on top of the world. It's like that song by Coldplay, I forget, like Viva La something. Like, I sweep the streets that I used to own. It's like, one day, moral of the story, one day you can be on top of the world and have everything, and that very next second, you can have nothing and just be, what do I do next? What's going on, you know? So, yeah. I don't know. It's life. I'm just out here at a gas station because they won't let me back in my place. And when I say I have notarized documents to be here, this is what I mean. Like, I actually have notarized documents by the state of Yucatan. To be here. Like, we went and we signed all this paperwork. That's one of the people that are involved. There's me. There's the person at the notary. It's like I got this official paperwork saying that I'm renting that place, and they're not respecting it. I'm at the gas station, and the cops just pulled up. I don't know why. Guess they're not done messing with me. I'm already out of my place. They're not respecting he came by himself, so that's good. That's a good thing, he came by himself. That's a big deal. Yeah, he come alone, he's not coming for me. That's what I thought. Okay, cool. This Kalia just trying to get all my stuff. My stuff was sitting right there, and now it's all gone. And the police officer said it's not here. The guy behind the counter said it's not here. They're saying it's all gone. So half my stuff was here, and the other half was at the apartment. Now, the half of stuff that... Okay, it's 6:30 in the morning. I have been outside all night, right out there. Right now, I'm sitting inside this gas station in Mexico, just waiting for my appointment at 10 a.m. at the Fiscalia. Right, so I'm at the Fiscalia, and they put all my stuff right here. I got robbed. They haven't brought me back to my apartment yet, and all my stuff is just... All right, I'm at the Fiscalia, and I filed that, show them my notarized documents, but they won't do anything to get me back in my apartment. They're saying come back Monday. Okay, I'm officially homeless in Mexico. There's some of my stuff. I'm at the Fiscalia. I have my notarized documents and all my receipts that I paid 52,000 pesos for my apartment. I got robbed yesterday. They took all my stuff out. The police let them do it because I'm not Mexican. I couldn't speak Spanish. I came to the Fiscalia, and they're telling me to come back Monday. So I was outside all night last night because I didn't have anywhere to go. Came here at 10 o'clock this morning. Now it's like 3:30 in the afternoon. Filled out a report, but they haven't done anything to get my place back. They haven't said I can go back there, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I guess I'll just roam Mexico homeless until they help me. My car is at the mechanic. One mechanic took 20,000 pesos, another mechanic took another 20,000, and they didn't do anything to the car, and the Fiscalia has yet to get my money back from them either. So I have no place, no car, and hopefully the Fiscalia here in Yucatan, Merida, Mexico does the right thing and helps me, because I paid 52,000 pesos. I've honored the notarized agreement lease, and they will not just restore me to my apartment. They say come back Monday, so hopefully Monday they will. I guess I don't know why it's taking so long for them to give me my car, but hopefully I get that soon too. So most of my stuff is at the apartment. Like I have that basket of dirty clothes that's gonna get ruined and wet, that air filter that's gonna get ruined and wet. All my stuff that I have out here is gonna get ruined, and it's just at the Fiscalia because I got robbed. The police forced me to take some of my stuff, but wouldn't let me get all my stuff. And even though I got robbed, I was like, I didn't move it out my house. But they forced me to put it in the Uber, and then I brought it here. And these people put it in the Fiscalia instead of just putting me back in my apartment. So I guess my stuff's gonna get ruined now, and I gotta file a civil lawsuit just because they didn't just do the right thing and put me back in my apartment. But I'm hoping it doesn't rain, stuff stays okay, they didn't steal anything, and I get back to my place Monday. We'll see what happens. Wow, here's my birth certificate and my Bible. Man, that sucks, man. They're doing me like this. They wrongly evicted me, broke the contracts, and they won't just let me go back to my apartment. And this is some of my stuff, and I just gotta leave it out here. July 12th, Yucatan, Mexico. The sun is going down. I'm out here in Yucatan at the Human Rights Commission. I haven't not eaten all day because I was outside all night last night because they broke my notarized agreement, or they broke our notarized agreement, went to my house, robbed me of everything. Police let them, had to stay outside all night, went to the Fiscalia, which is like the courthouse where you file paperwork, and I filed paperwork, and I'm hoping on Monday they put me back in my place. For some reason, they did not do that today. But anyway, I'm making this video because I ate last night some chips and beans with some habanero sauce. I did not eat today at all. I went here, yo man, the people here, bro, brought me out like a tostada with all kind of stuff on it. It was so good. It was like so much stuff on it, I don't even know what it was, and it was so good. And now I'm full, and it's like I was so hungry. I didn't even eat today, and just trying to get back in my place. I come here, they're like, hey man, you hungry? You want some food? Give me food, water. And at the Fiscalia, all my stuff is outside in the rain. But it's just like interesting. Like, the police didn't want to help me. The Fiscalia, they took my report, didn't seem too excited about it. And here they're like, hey, we're here to help you, which is, you know, it's a good feeling. And I know that you can't even see the sign, but because it's a glare, but it's the Human Rights Commission out here in Yucatan, Mexico. Really hoping, police right there. I'm in Merida, the big square, and I'm really hoping on Monday they give me my place back, because it's like they want me to do something bad. Like, I'm the bad guy if I get a gun and shoot these people, when I didn't do anything wrong. I respected the contract, paid all the money, they robbed me, and the police put me out my apartment. Like, I didn't do anything wrong. I was living there, paid all the rent, and they randomly came in, took all my stuff, and now I can't be there. And the police are telling me I can't be there. So, yeah, what do I do? Right now I'm just waiting till Monday to hopefully get them to put me back in my place, since they didn't do it today or yesterday or when it happened. But it's like, it's crazy because it's like I'm the bad guy if I get a gun and shoot them. So, I don't know, I'm just hoping that they do the right thing and give me my place back, because it's like they want something bad to happen. It's like, why, you know? I'm in Merida, in the big square, Plaza Grande. I have no clean clothes, no clothes at all, no nothing. I have my notarized papers saying I can be in that apartment, my receipts that I paid the 52,000 pesos, and my phone. And that is it. I have no clothes, none of my belongings. Half of it's in the rain, half of it, I don't know. And for some reason, the Fiscalia and here in Yucatan have not put me back in my apartment yet. And I'm hoping that they do it on Monday, because I'm paying 700 pesos to stay in a hotel tonight and 700 pesos tomorrow night. So that's 1,400 pesos in 2 days. I already paid 52,000 for a place that I have a notarized contract for. And I think Mr. Kanye West said it best in one of his songs when he said, I'm on TV talking like it's just you and me. All right, I'm out here in Merida, Mexico. This is the big square, the Grand Plaza, and this is the big church here in Merida, Mexico. It's like a big iconic symbol for the city. And this is the big plaza. And I might be sleeping out here tomorrow night, because if they don't let me back into my apartment that I have a notarized lease for and receipts for everything, I'll have no choice. I'm in Merida, Mexico. I just went to 7-Eleven. Got some tuna bread and mayonnaise and a Kit Kat bar, because the police here in Merida wrongfully removed me from my apartment that I have a notarized contract for, and I have receipts, and they will not restore me to my apartment. So I'm out here at Plaza Grande in Merida because I have nowhere to go. Because they stole all my stuff, all my money, all my clothing, everything. I have nothing. I have my phone, I had to buy a phone charger, and nothing. The clothes on my back, I had to buy some more clothes. It's just crazy. And I'm really, really hoping tomorrow I'm not out here again all day, just going to the different shops to get air conditioned, and, you know, because I'm just out here because I paid 52,000 pesos to be in an apartment. I was only there for a week, and they went in and robbed me of all my stuff, and the police said I can't go back. So I went to the Fiscalia, filed all kind of reports, and tomorrow's Monday, well now today, because it's after midnight, I'm hoping I get back into my apartment. Another thing, during the day, there is so much hustle and bustle going on. Like, there are so many people, you can barely walk on the sidewalk because there's so many people. And look, maybe one car and nobody's out here. This is wild. Where I'm from, in New Orleans, like the downtown, there's a lot of people during the day and throughout the entire night. Here, you know, after a certain time, there's just nobody out here. But it kind of reminds me of Steiner Ranch in like 2008, 2009, 2010. I don't know what it's like now, but Steiner Ranch in Austin, Texas, I used to sneak out of my window, out of my house, to meet up with my girlfriend, Emily, at the time, and she would sneak out of her dad's house, and I would sneak out of my house, and we would meet up, and there was nobody out there except for us, and we'd be all over Steiner Ranch, and no one would be out there. One time we saw a guy named James Hollandquist and a girl named Lindsay, and it was actually right by Emily's house. But other than that, I mean, we would go to the pools, the public pools, and just, they had event centers. Steiner Ranch is like this fancy neighborhood. But anyway, that's what I'm doing. I just got back from the Fiscalia. I'm on my way to this other place. They told me I had to go to the Quartermex. I don't know what that is. They said that's where my case got transferred to. I Googled it, it said it's housing. Now, I have a notarized contract for my apartment, and they said that my case, where they're supposed to be putting out arrest warrants for these people and restoring me to my apartment, got transferred to something called the Quartermex in Norte Merida, or in Plaza Grande, which is contradictory because the north is in the north, Plaza Grande is in downtown. But anyway, that's what's going on. Yucatan, Mexico, in this other courthouse building they told me to come to. Still trying to get my apartment back because I have my notarized contract and all my receipts. Mexico, it's hot. Going to another building that they sent me to, just trying to get my apartment back. I was robbed. I have a notarized contract and all my receipts. And man, I wonder if these people are cartel, because the way the cop came up to me and was like, look, you gotta go, even though I have my notarized contracts, it's like, are they cartel and mafia? It's like, if so, just say that. Just be like, yo, we're the cartel, we're gonna kill you. Because they keep saying they're not gonna kill me. And it's like, yo, if they would just say, hey, we're the cartel, we're the mafia, this is how things are going, if you keep pushing, we're gonna kill you. But they're not saying that. They're like, oh, we're business people, and oh, it's the law. It's like, well, no, this is the law. It's like, which is it? Like, where I'm from, New Orleans, it's like, yo, they tell you, we're gonna kill you if you keep coming around. Here, I would think they do that, but apparently they must not be cartel. I don't know. Well, the good thing is I found the right building, but no more today. I have to come back tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning because the building is closed for the day today. Of course, as always, I'm in Mexico, and I am going to try my very best not to crash out and go to jail. Though I feel I'm going to jail today. I'm on my way to the Fiscalia, and yo, if I leave there and not in jail, that would be great, because at this point, I paid for my apartment, I got my notarized lease. Oh man, I don't want to crash out, I don't want to go to jail, but it's like I have nowhere to go, and I have a notarized lease and the receipts, and they're refusing to help me, so it looks like the next step is jail for me, because I got no other choice. You know, I'm back at the Human Rights Commission. You can't see that sign because of the glare, but they got Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, and YouTube. But yo, I didn't crash out because it's like, you gotta be the change you want to see, you know what I mean? So I'm just out here doing my very best, you know what I mean? So I didn't crash out because, yeah, these people are here to help, you see? They have like all these personal cars for this company. and it's human rights people, you know, and they just help you out. I haven't got to ride in one of the cars. I guess I haven't needed it. Well, that's a good question. I need to actually get all my stuff and see if they can help me get my stuff. That's what I need to roll up into the Fiscalía, the human rights car. I am in Mexico. There's the human rights place in Mexico, and they got me a hamburger from Burger King and this drink because I didn't eat today again. So this place has fed me twice, 2 days in a row, with no food, just because I've been on the go. I woke up at my hotel and I just been Ubering to different places, didn't even get to eat, and I'm about to eat. Wow, that is cool, man. That's pretty cool. I really just want my place back. Oh man, they got me fries too. Wow. Wow. See, people they need this. This is the place. This is what helps Mexico. You never know if you're not from here. And I would never know if I didn't go through anything. But this is the place that helps people. They do these like almost every night, and I'm thinking about going to ask for the microphone and telling the whole city what happened. You know what I'm saying? They got buku people out here. They got a stage perfect for me, and I can tell everybody what happened. It's like, I wonder when that point comes, you know? Oh, this is pretty wild for me. I'm posted up on this bench. They got some kind of event going on over there. I'm thinking about going to ask for the microphone and telling everybody what happened. Maybe there's like a judge there or something, but it's like, yo, I'm just out here at Plaza Grande. That's my bed tonight, because I have nowhere to sleep, man. Because I paid 52,000 pesos for an apartment. I have a notarized contract certified by the notary. I have all my receipts, and they will not help. But I'm hoping, still hoping, soon that Marita will. So I'm literally on the bench at the plaza. Hey Noah, it's me, your dad. I'm in Mexico on a bench, man. I signed a notarized contract, and the sky's nice and clear. They got music playing, but I signed a notarized contract, and I paid 52,000 pesos for a place, and they wrongfully evicted me. And instead of just keep paying for a hotel, running up my money, I'm not married to your mom, and I can't see you, so why not just be out here, you know? So that's what I'm doing until they can get me back in my place. Yo, it's the very next night. I'm still in that big plaza, and the only reason I'm not going to ask for the microphone and, you know, just tell the whole city what happened is because I think the people at the human rights place are going to help me, because they fed me 2 days in a row, and I don't want to get on the microphone and tell this whole city about what happened and what the Fiscalía did, because it makes the Human Rights Commission look bad, even though they're not directly involved, because it's in their city. So I'm hoping soon I'll be back in my apartment, but it definitely crossed my mind to go over there and beg them for like 30 seconds on the microphone to tell everybody what happened and record it. I would record me in the microphone telling everybody, but I'm gonna wait. But I think that is a good idea, because they do these several times a week. So that is my next move. Yo, out here with stranger and other strangers, but apparently these benches are good to sleep on, so I guess I'll try that. Feeling a little bit sketchy sleeping at the park, so I came to the Fiscalía to sleep because I don't have anywhere to go, and they're the ones with the authority He just put me back in my apartment, so I guess I'll sleep here tonight. At the Fiscalia in Mérida, Yucatan, and I guess I'll sleep here tonight because I have a notarized contract for an apartment that I have. I have receipts for 52,000 pesos. I was there for 1 week and they wrongfully evicted me and took 52,000 pesos, 100% of my belongings. All I have is the stuff on my back. And yeah, this place has the authority just to put me back in my apartment and make everything okay. And for some reason they haven't done it yet. So I have nowhere to go, so I guess I'll just sleep here tonight. Yo, I just started this recording because the police, it looks like the police are pulling up on me right now. I don't know why. We're gonna see what they're up to. I don't know. Oh man, that's just so damn sketchy, dog. Why do they do that shit? Why do they try to sketch you out like that for no damn reason? There's not even a reason to be there. There's not even a reason, but they just want to fuck with me, man. They just want to fuck with me. But look, here's this one. I'm just sitting here, and look, why, you know? Again, I was over there, and they put it right there, and then I came here, and look, why? Okay, I was talking to some people at the Fiscalia today about this, and it makes a lot of sense. The people that did this to me are some of the richest people in Mexico, okay? One of the guys is an administrator of the building, the other guy is a developer, and he used to own the land, and the other guy owns the apartment I was renting. Now, this is like a brand new, very, very expensive building in Mérida. It's like $2.5 million. And these people have a lot of money. So they just go in the mindset of, oh, we're rich, we just do whatever we want. People act like that in America, and I'm sure everywhere, but in Mexico, like, it's even more so. So I was thinking they were going to try to kill me because of how intimidating they were being about it. But no, they just went in there and did something illegal and robbed me and took all my stuff and illegally made me leave that apartment, even though I have all the receipts, paid all the money, and a notarized contract. But they're just rich people like, oh, we can do whatever we want and we won't have any consequences because we'll just pay somebody off. And that's probably what they did to the police officer who looked at my notarized contract, was on my side, went and talked to them and had a conversation, then came back and was like, you gotta go. And then I got in the car, and that's when I started recording when my Uber showed up, because they didn't even know I was getting an Uber. They wouldn't let me leave. They would not let me walk away. And we're out here in Mexico. The jail is just right down the street. Homie was just walking, had a ripped up shirt, and was like, hey bro, can I get a shirt? So I gave him a shirt. So now, yeah, there's his old shirt. And I gave him one of my clean shirts. I only got 4. But now I got 3, so he can have a fresh one. Not super easy to sleep on a concrete bench, but I'm out here at the Fiscalia. The people they just put that brand new sign up there. But this is the place with the authority to put me back into my apartment because I have a notarized lease and I have receipts of the 52,000 pesos I paid. So here in Mexico, this place is the ones to restore me. Yo, this is actually really cool for me because look, yo, do I have a girl at my place tonight? No, I do not have a girl at my place tonight. I'm at the Fiscalia on concrete in white t-shirts. Yo, I use a licensed real estate agent to find the apartment, and the people who were selling or renting the apartment were also using a real estate agent. So I went through my real estate agent, the owner went through his real estate agent,
We met at the notary, signed the notarized contract. I got a certified copy of the notarized contract. I have all my receipts for the 52,000 pesos. And then the owner of the apartment decided, hey, I'm going to break the lease, go in there, rob you of everything, and say you can't come in. And he called the cop, and the cops sided with him for whatever reason. And now we're here.
I'm at the Fiscalia. There's like the courthouse where you file paperwork that's able to enforce the rules of my notarized contract to put me back in my place. And they put me on this little spot. This got this air conditioned. But like, yo, they're like, yo, say you're an American citizen and this and that. Like, dog, I'm a human being, bro. I'm a person just like you all. Like, I paid all my money. I have my notarized contracts. Just put me back in my place. It's like, it's so funny. Like, oh, tell me you're an American citizen. Go to the U.S. consulate. Do this. It's like, dog, I'm a person just like you. Like, if y'all had all this, if we were in Timbuktu, nowhere, or if we were on another planet, not even on Earth, and y'all had all this, and I was in charge, I had to be like, I would not say, oh, tell them you're from Earth. No, I'd be like, okay, you're a human, dog. You have all your paperwork. They made a contract. They gotta honor that. Like, man.
So look, I'm just gonna keep it 1,000. I'm in Mexico, and you cannot break me. You cannot. I will not stop. So either help me or tell me you're going to kill me. Because if you don't help me, I'm not going to stop. You cannot break me. If you tell me you're going to kill me, I'll quit. Other than that, I ain't stopping, or you're going to kill me without telling me.
I'm in the Merida airport. I got well, yes, I'm going back to the United States, and I will be right back in Mexico. Thankfully, immigration has allowed me to freely return to Mexico as I please. So I will be back in Mexico shortly. Yo, I'm on the plane, about to take off, going to Houston, Texas from Mexico City. So much has happened. As soon as I get in a spot where I can tell the full story, I'll upload it. I'm about to take off from Mexico City and land in Houston. Yo, I'm flying from Mexico City to Houston right now. I'm up in the air on a plane, and my baby mama caught my story for the first time in forever. So it's like, is she a part of all this? Like, how did she get wind of this? You know, so much has went down. I never see her on my story, but now she's on my story. Did she do this to me? If I'm arrested in Houston, it was her. Yo, I'm on an airplane going to Houston from Mexico City, and my baby mama caught my story for the first time in forever. So if I'm arrested in Houston, it was her for sure. Yo, at 12 years old, I started going to Canyon Ridge Middle School. I had just got out of the desert at 12. I was in Reality Ranch in the desert for 5 weeks. And I went to the super rich middle school and then the super rich high school. And I had a lot of kids who hated me for no reason at all. And I was a lot tougher, a lot stronger than a lot of the guys there. And pretty much everybody. I remember John Salone hated me because he didn't want me to win the state championship. He wanted his son to be the first one at Vandy to win. And I'm pretty sure his son did win state. But I never even got to go to school. I never even got to go to class. Anyone who went to high school with me knows I was never in classes. I only went to one class for like 3 days. It was a junior year economics class, I think with Mr. Meadows. But other than that, John Salone forced me in the LC every day. And yeah, everyone that I went to high school with were all super rich, had great lives. Yo, I never even had a place to live. I couldn't even go to school because I had nowhere to sleep. And it's crazy. The same kids who didn't like me then still don't like me now. It's crazy. Yeah, and right before I got jumped and attacked and kidnapped by those 4 detectives and then brought to jail for no reason, I posted a story because they're stalking me saying that you cannot break me and I will not quit. Yo, I'm in the United States and I'm coming right back to Mexico. I will not quit. Man, what's happening, yo? I'm out here in the United States of America. not in Mexico, in the United States of America. And yo, I was jumped and attacked. I still gotta go through customs. Hopefully I make it through. But yo, I was jumped and attacked by 4 detectives, all because Eric Lopez, I think that's his last name, Eric at the Fiscalia, doesn't want to give me my apartment back. So he told 4 police to go jump me and kidnap me. They didn't even tell me they were cops. They just jumped me. They grabbed me and tried to throw me in the car. They did. They overpowered me. There was 4 of them. I was screaming for help. And I actually got out the car and they threw me back in. I got out again. And I put up a good fight, though. I mean, look, they got me good. I mean, here and here, and there's other ones too, but it's like, I put up a good fight. The guy next to me was breathing heavy. He was like, what the fuck was that? Who the fuck are you? I was like, dog, y'all aren't gonna just kidnap me and get away with it. But they did, though. But, you know, at the end, they're like, we're cops, we're cops, we're cops. And it, like, threw me off guard. And yeah, thankfully they were cops and I wasn't being kidnapped. But anyway, after they jumped out the car and just grabbed me, they pulled up in front of the Uber, yo. They've been stalking me for a long time for some reason, I don't know why. And I had an Uber. Yo, this undercover cop car, just like a regular car, quickly just pulled in front of the Uber. I was like, what the heck? Why'd you cut off my Uber? And then 4 guys jump out and grab me. I was like, what the hell? And yeah, it was a big struggle. And I'm not like a giant person. And, but yo, I fight really hard and I'm super, super strong. Everyone who knows me knows that about me. And, yeah. And then they locked me in jail. I was in a Mexican jail, for like 3 or 4 hours, not too bad. But it was scary because nobody would tell me why I was there or what I did wrong. And they put somebody else in jail with me. He was like, what'd you do? And he was a Mexican guy, of course, because we're in Mexico. And he's like, oh, I was smuggling octopus. Like, all right, what a crime. And then they take me to immigration. And immigration was nice, man. Like, good, nice people. Like, good, nice human beings in immigration in Merida, Yucatan. And, but yo, I was in the jail there. And that was not fun at all. I was in there with 2 homies from Honduras. Shout out my 2 Honduras homie I was in immigration with, and Chinaman. And then they're like, yo, we're not gonna deport you. We're gonna give you an assisted return. So they paid for this flight back to America. They paid for all this, and they escorted me all the way to Mexico City because I was past my 180-day stay on my passport. Now, this never happens to anybody, of course. Like, you can stay in Mexico as long as you want. They don't care. But with me, Eric at the Fiscalia does not want to give me my apartment back, even though I have a notarized lease and all my receipts. So he got them to try and deport me. But thankfully, immigration did not deport me. They gave me an assisted return. And also, my baby mama caught my story as soon as I got out of jail. As soon as I was out of jail, she was like one of the first ones to catch my story. And it's like, nobody even knew that happened to me. They just grabbed me off the street and threw me in jail. And as soon as I was at the airport and I just posted that story next to an immigration officer, she saw my story. Like, how did she catch wind of it? And it's like, I'm worried about going through U.S. Customs right now because what if she did all this to me? And that's really why they jumped me on the street, because I'm just thinking it's Eric. I'm pretty confident it's Eric at the Fiscalia, who's the director of the Fiscalia, told him to do that just because he doesn't want to do the right thing and give me my apartment back and follow the rules. But also, it might be something because they never told me why it happened. I'm back in America. I have no idea why I was grabbed off the street by 4 undercover cops, detectives, grabbed me, kidnapped me into the car, handcuffed me, brought me to jail, and then brought me to immigration. I have not gotten an answer. So if I get through this U.S. border protections and not get arrested here in Houston, Texas, that means it was Eric at the Fiscalia. And if I do get arrested, that means it's probably something to do with an enemy I have here in the United States or my baby mama. But nonetheless, I'm going right back to Mexico to continue to fight for justice and get my apartment back and do what's right. They actually did not stop me this time. This is my first time not being stopped, yo, because I just told them I walked up and I was like, yo, every time I'm here, y'all stop me, I'll bring me to the back. So I'm just gonna tell you everything right now. And then he was like, why are you fighting with cops? I was like, I wasn't, I got attacked. But anyway, I told him about my baby mama, that she's nuts and everything. And he was like, all right, man, you're free to go. Every time it has to do with my baby mama. I'm telling you, last time I got through, he just looked at me and said, sir, do you have a crazy baby mama? And I said, yes, sir. He said, you're free to go. And I said, thank you, sir. And this time I told him everything. And one of the last things I said is, my baby mama is nuts. And he was like, all right, you're free to go. They took all my stuff out here in the United States of America. So what's happening? Look, that's the air conditioning in the hotel. This is what a regular United States hotel room looks like. And there's no bugs, there's no gnats, there's 0 bugs. And the room is cold because the air conditioned. Yo, one of my homies I've been knowing since I was 18, he was like, yo, take it down about you calling her a psycho. What if she lets you see Noah? Nah, dog. He's past 7 years old, man. Unfortunately, she just don't care. I just landed in New Orleans. Everybody in Mexico has asked me where I'm from, New Orleans, and I'm here in New Orleans. I'm out here in New Orleans, Louisiana. Got beignets and coffee. We call this coffee and donuts out here in New Orleans. Hola, buenos dias, mi Mexicana familia. That's all I know. But I'm in New Orleans, yo. And I'll be back in Mexico real soon because I signed a notarized lease for my apartment and I have all the receipts for 52,000 pesos. Eric, the director of the Fiscalia, got me out of the country, but don't worry, immigration said you can come back. So I'll be right back to get my apartment back, get my 50,000 pesos back and more, and whatever else is coming to me. So 24 hours ago, I was in jail in immigration with my 2 Honduras homies and Chinaman, and now I'm out here in the United States of America. I was in immigration in Mexico in jail, and now I'm out here in New Orleans, Louisiana, sipping on a cup of coffee. Yo, I'm in the New Orleans airport, and I don't get a lot of likes, but there's several people who see me on social media, and I'm not paying to promote it. So my content's getting out there, but not a lot of people are liking it. That's pretty cool though. Randoms see me on there. Yo, I just use Spirit, and I've been flying my whole life, and it would never be not sketchy flying on a metal tube through the air. Just landed in Cancun, and I'm about to do a re-entry to Mexico. So immigration gave me an assisted return back to America, and then I jumped on a flight back to Mexico, and now I'm about to go through customs again. Yo, I'm in Cancun, Mexico right now. I'm looking for some tacos, but one thing I wanted to mention about when the 4 PEI pulled me in the car, the guy in the front seat, he was very clean cut, like new haircut, clean shaven, he was in clean clothes, but he had a gun in his pocket. He had a handgun just in his jeans pocket, not in a holster. So I was like, are you trying to look like a gangster or a thug? Because he lifted up his shirt and showed me the gun handle, and he just had a gun in his pocket, no holster. I was like, damn, I hope that doesn't go off on you. And then when they locked me up at the jail, they locked me up on a rail outside the jail. He was like turned away from me, lifting up his shirt, showing me that he didn't have a clip in, that it was an empty gun. But he could have had a bullet loaded in the chamber, I don't know. But it just seemed very intense. Like, why have a gun in your pocket and like flash it to me and show me that you have a handgun in your pocket? Because you never see guns in Mexico unless it's by the police. In America, you know, a lot of people have guns. Well, here in Mexico, I have not seen any or even know anyone that has one besides law enforcement. So it was very shocking to see that guy have a handgun in his pocket like that. In Cancun, the few things I did get after they robbed me, I brought to the Fiscalia, and then Eric at the Fiscalia threw everything away. But I got all new stuff. But what I wanted to say is, I just feel more at home out here in Mexico. I'm in Cancun, and yeah, I feel the same way in Merida. Not so much Monterrey. I've been to Monterrey and it doesn't feel like home to me. But you know, Cancun does, Yucatan, all of Yucatan does. And yeah, this is just like where I feel comfortable, is in Mexico, and with the people that live here. I feel safer with and more comfortable with than in America. I went to Houston and I didn't like it. I felt unsafe and it just wasn't for me. And even in New Orleans, it's like, it doesn't even really feel like home, you know? I don't know how much sense that makes, because I'm in Mexico and I don't speak Spanish and I'm not Mexican, but this just feels very much so like home to me. And I never do this, but look, I never talk about this, but look, it's important though. It's important. Look, because I'm out here in Mexico and I'm about to go stand for justice. I don't know what's gonna happen. So, look, I'm just documenting. Look, dude, she had 3 kids in a stroller, bro, selling it. So you buy it. You don't even know what it is, but you buy it. Simple as that. I'm out here at McDonald's in Mexico, 24 hours. I just tried to get a hot fudge sundae. Brother, is the ice cream machine working?
Yeah.
It is? Can I get it? Can I get one? Can I get a hot fudge sundae? Can I get a hot fudge sundae?
I don't have ice cream.
Oh, the ice cream machine's not working?
No.
Why is it not working? It's just for TikTok. Because in America, they always say that and it's really working.
No. The machine is broken.
The machine is broken. That's perfect. Yeah, that's what they say in America, but like, we already know that it is working. So it's like, it's just like a satire type thing. Well, this is how the jail is in Mexico. Just imagine that was a concrete room instead of a staircase, and that's how it is. They just lock you up in there like that. And also, just some insight into my situation with my son. It was personal. It was a backroom deal that was made. On my birthday, January 27th, 2020, the day after Kobe Bryant died in that helicopter crash, they took Noah from me for no reason, just because there was that backroom deal made, that my son's mom slept with a lawyer and whoever else, and on my birthday, I had to fly from Louisiana to Colorado after already having my son for over 2 months, or about 2 months, and re-nourishing him back to health from him being drugged through the mud with his mom. Hopefully he's doing better now, and they've addressed everything that she was doing with him. But on my birthday, they took Noah from me and never let me see him again. I'm in Cancun, Mexico, right outside Cocobongo in the hotel zone. I'm gonna shave my beard off. This is day 1 of shaving my beard off until my son's mom lets me see our son. Wow. And then I'm off to Yucatan, Mexico. Stand for justice and try to get my apartment back. Noah, you are 7 years old, and hopefully your mom lets us see each other soon. Oh, I am bleeding a little bit. Yo. I'm at the ADO station, and I got my bus ticket. I'm about to walk through the bus terminal, and the police have been following me around Mexico again, and I think they're gonna try to stop me from getting on the bus, but we're about to find out. So, there I go. Well, they walked by me with the drug dog twice now. He just walks by, and he's like almost trying to directing him toward me, but he just walks by me, and they've done it twice. It's like, why are they stalking me and doing this to me, you know? Yo, I just got on the bus in Cancun going to Merida, and police were stalking me heavy. Can't make the drug dog be racist though. They put that drug dog by me over and over again for some reason, and they didn't put my bus on the monitor, trying to make it seem like I was trying to get on a different bus. And then when I was buying my ticket, the lady had to run to the back and made me wait there for like 10 minutes until the drug dog came to me. But anyway, I'm on the bus now, and I am on my way to Merida. The bus driver just walked by, I guess to check the cabin, and it looks like everything's good, but it's just like, man, why are they on me so heavy? So look, that's why I like Mexico better, because in America, they would search me no matter what. They would have lied and said the drug dog hit. In Mexico, from my experience, they follow the rules. In America, they don't follow the rules, they don't do the right thing, and it's corruption. Now, here Mexico's corrupt, but from my experience, Mexico has been very good. I'm about to find out once and for all with my apartment and all my stuff in Yucatan. Here in Mexico, they are a lot more connected than we are in America, as in there's multiple WhatsApp group chats with me in it. They use WhatsApp here in Mexico, and there's hundreds, thousands, sometimes tens of thousands of people in these group chats. Maybe they put a hit out on somebody, maybe it's just for news. I'm in Merida, Mexico right now, but I am in multiple group chats, and there's people out to do me harm. But I'm here to do what's right, stand for justice, and may God keep me safe. It's 12 days later, and I'm back in Merida, Mexico. And you know what? It was Amy Gallagher. Amy Gallagher, she was a middle school leadership teacher, and I saw her do the wrong thing and cower down to a boss or her boss when she should have done the right thing. Now, we all have that person, or maybe most of us have that person as a child that we looked up to, that would always do the right thing and always knew what to do. For me, I was her student aide. She knew I was an adult at 12 or 13 years old. Not a lot of people did, but Amy Gallagher recognized I was an adult at 12 years old. I had just come out the desert and everything else I'd been through, but I saw her cower down to John Salone, the assistant principal, and other people about something that she should not have. And ever since then, I've always said, no matter what, even if it is my life, my job, I'm going to do the right thing. That made such an impression on me. And I'm here back in Merida 12 days after 4 detectives kidnapped me into a car, brought me to jail, have fucked up my leg, and many people have told me I'm not safe here and all kind of things. But you know what? I'm here because I'm going to do what's right, just like I always have my entire life. I normally don't do this, but like I said, I'm just going to be documenting because they're out for my life. So I came here over a week ago, had to call the police on myself because I didn't have any money. It was pesos only, and those people just stole everything from my apartment. So my first thing back in Mexico, in this city, I went and gave those people 100 pesos. I had to call the cops on myself because I didn't have any cash on me, because they just robbed everything from my apartment, and Eric at the Fiscalia wouldn't make them give me my apartment and my stuff back. So I had nothing. So I had to call the cops on myself. And the guy was like, ah, it's no big deal. There's 100 pesos. So that was like 2 weeks ago. So now that I came back, I went back and I gave them 100 pesos. Look at the pharmacy guy in the costume. That's another cool thing out here in Mexico. Just ate this little food market in Merida in the Grand Plaza. Homeless dude came up asking for change. I said, no, take a seat. Got him some tacos and a Coca-Cola. That's how you do it. So also, no police in Mexico have a problem with me. Well, it's the detectives that get orders from whoever they're getting orders from. I don't know. But like the police, no issues. But the detectives have it out for me. I think it's Eric at the Fiscalia. He's the director of the Fiscalia, which is like a courthouse. It is a courthouse, but they call it a Fiscalia. Really, I like having my beard. I know this sounds crazy, but it's so real. People want to try me when I don't have my beard. It's like, yo, I'm me. Like, why do you want to try me just because I don't have my beard? But it's like that. I don't know why. So I'm going to show Lou here at the human rights place. Oh no, and the cops drove off. They left. They were right behind him. It is Tuesday, July 29th, 2025. I'm here in Merida, Yucatan. I have Aquifer on my face because I just shaved in Cancun at Cocobongo. I'm in Merida. I went to the Human Rights Commission for the state of Yucatan and reported the 4 detectives who kidnapped me, forcefully put me in the car, kidnapped me, brought me to jail for a few hours, then brought me to immigration. They said immigration were the ones that wanted me. Immigration said that's not true. They did this on their own and we don't know why. Well, at the Human Rights Commission for the state of Yucatan, they kept telling me that even an undercover cop has to identify themselves. Well, when I was leaving the Human Rights Commission today or yesterday, when I was walking out, because it's a little past midnight now, when I was walking out, I saw an undercover cop car. So I went inside and got personnel and brought them out. And we were out there with the police in their undercover police cars. They said they were police, but they would not show any kind of identification. They just verbally said that they were police and they would give no other information. And the human rights people, from my understanding yesterday, they saw no problem with that. So I'm going back again to talk to a supervisor and file another complaint because I'm being stalked and harassed here in Mexico, and I don't know why. So I went to the human rights place today. Well, it's after midnight, so it was yesterday here in Yucatan, and there is an undercover cops in an undercover cop car listening in and watching our conversation, or my conversation, inside the human rights place. They were parked right outside and they were listening in live to my conversation at the human rights place. I walked out and spotted them and then brought the human rights people out there, and they're like, yes, we're cops, but we're not allowed to give you our names or any kind of identification badges. We could just tell you we're undercover cops. And that was it. And they said, oh, but we're not here for you. And I was there for being jumped and attacked by undercover cops. And then now there's undercover cops sitting outside listening in to my conversation at the human rights place, reporting what's going on. So I don't know what's going to happen next, and I don't know why they're after me and why they're stalking me. I'm in Merida, and an undercover walked past me. There was 2 undercovers that drove past me, multiple police. I don't know what they're trying to set up or why they're doing this. It's Sunday, August 3rd, 2025. I'm in Merida, Mexico, and there's a saying that I go by. It's, I don't surrender, I don't retreat, I don't back down. I live by this, I die by this. What that means is, I don't back down, surrender, or retreat to the bullies, to the evil, to the bad, not to the police. Of course, the police will just kill me, so you have to surrender to them. And even at the Fiscalia tomorrow, they might try to kill me, but I'm still gonna go. because it's the right thing to do. I was robbed, and they don't want to hold the people accountable for whatever reason. Maybe they're cartel or mafia, and out here in Merida, Mexico, and they won't hold the people accountable. So when I go to the Fiscalia again, they might just try to kill me, or very soon after. So, like I always say, I do not surrender, I do not retreat, I do not back down. I live by this, I die by this.